अंडे सबको ही रहता है, वो तो बात सही है, हम लोग को भी है। हाँ 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 हाँ। तो कुछ करते हैं, तो उसके बाद हम लोग कभी बैठ के हम लोग थोड़ा सा और कैंसिल कर लेंगे अभी, हाँ? और बाकी क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या
Engineer Manu Bindra, Vice Chairman, IEI. Thank you, sir. Manu Bindra, Vice Chairman, IEI. Now I would onward. Today we have amongst us Engineer Sandeep Handa sir, fellow member with IEI. He has been actively involved in the activities of the center since last 10 years in varying capacity. Presently, he is the immediate past chairman of the Faridabad Local Center. He is 1986 BTech from REC Varangal and his MBA from IMT Ghaziabad. He is a certified PMP and ZRT consultant and a chartered engineer. Now, we would like to call him on stage to welcome the gathering.
Okay. Good morning, fellow engineers and esteemed professors, doctors, many a number more than us. Today, I represent IEI as one of the fellow members. One finds engineer as a very small term and people don't take it as a pride. Rest all are known as doctor, chartered accountant, professor. So we think that engineer should also be taken as a pride and one should feel proud of being an engineer. To cut it short, there are 2 days. There are days called World Engineering Day. Why did it come? and there is something called National Engineers Day. These two are different. Just to clarify, 15th of September is taken as National Engineers Day, where basically engineers are knowledge for the contribution to society. And today, as the dear was explaining, Engineering Day, this is the 4th year that World Engineering Day is being celebrated. And there is a marked difference between an engineer and Engineering Day. When you practically practice engineering, it becomes engineering. And that's what it is called. Why is it important today? It's important today because it is the call and requirement of current world. If this does not happen, we all won't be existing. People have been talking about our existence since 1972. Fine. It took us 20 years to make it official. 92 it was made official. There is something called, what is the topic today? World Engineering Day for the Sustainable Development. These two words are very strong words. I am here to only share these two words with you, sustainable and development. Development, everyone knows about it. We are all into it. We all look at self-development, we all look at societal development, we all look at national development, and then we look at the world development. Today, world has become very small, so our own development automatically happens if the final figure takes place. So sustainable is the second word which I am going to talk about for the next 120 seconds. If either of us do not contribute in this, mark my words, we are heading towards our own suicidal attempt. All of us, each one of us, have to contribute whatever little it is. Next 60 seconds, I tell you how IEI contributed. There is something called carbon. There's something called GHG. These are all fast words till we really practice it out. 10 of us came from Faridabad today. We did contribute indirectly or directly towards how? The greenhouse. We didn't drive alone. We all pulled in. We all came at one place. We started from there and we all came together. There are little certain adjustments to be done. There is a contribution. But a round of applause to the team who all could have come on their own, wasted national fuel, time, energy, and would have indirectly, directly contributed towards the carbon emission. So a round of applause to all of us. This way, if each one of us can contribute little, it would help all of us. Today we are thinking of it. Yes, the future is sitting here. If the future does not look at it, they are more to contribute. If they don't look at it, mark me all these words, nothing carries meaning. If today I can even raise an iota of this among this of this gathering, it will be a contribution for me. Thank you, and once again, happy New Year.
So, to further elevate this morning, with great pleasure, we have with us today our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Sachin Kumar Agarwal, to share his knowledge and experiences with us. Currently heading Sony India AI team for digital products innovations using AI for Asian and global market, Dr. Sachin Kumar Agarwal is a PhD in Artificial Intelligence from Delhi Technological University and PhD in Intelligent Communication and Healthcare from IIT Delhi. He has extensive experience in research, innovation, and patents domain. His core competencies lie in competitive business strategy and trending market product features and has been awarded nationally and internationally.
He has also contributed to his field through developing 4 technology products with 3 innovative patents as world's first inventor, 20 patented technology concepts, and 20 research papers under his belt. We're thrilled to have him here with us today and share his insights on today's theme. Yes.
So, hi, good morning all, and
Good morning.
special thanks to North Cape University and IE especially for bringing all of us together under one roof. And we all are going to share our thoughts on the topic. But Sir has started, I think, a very good, ice-breaking thought. Even I'm going to talk about the slides, but what he said, he already implemented about say, the carbon footprint, I would say. So this is a kind of excellence, I think we should bring it out. And it also indicates like just maybe reading or understanding concept is one thing, but earlier than this we don't start implementing, even started by our own. That's I think a big test. I think the step the one can take it out. So today, going to take a topic about sustainable life in metaverse using AI. So we're going to talk more about it. So currently we listen lots of things about metaverse and AI. So metaverse is basically a kind of world where we interact with the virtual world and we interact with the virtual character. So when the time has come, we have seen the last 1 decade, we are interacting more digital devices. Now we are habitual to use, I would say, digital devices for e-commerce or I would say shopping or video entertainment, 2D or 3D. But the time is going to come where we're going to interact with the virtual world. And virtual world is something like the person is totally sitting inside the virtual world, even he does not aware about the real world. So it has lots of pros and cons. We will talk about it. And AI is definitely a part of technology which is going to support this concept. And yes, definitely AI should be a very balanced and it should not be a very inappropriate or a kind of unbalanced. The role of AI becomes quite important because it brings lots of opportunity for the project, products, global, I would say, and as well as for our sustainable life. That's basically whatever we develop for the human life, right? So there should be a balance, and we will talk about it, that how we can make it a balanced version. So sustainable, basically, what is the impact? So there are a number of factors, but I just covered or mentioned a couple of points. So environmental is the one thing. Definitely, when we talk about the environment or sustainable life, so carbon is the one word which comes to mind. So whatever the concept, technology, whether it's like cooking a food, preparing a food, or it's just maybe a travel or aviation industry, every industry or maybe data center, everybody leaves out the carbon footprint. So I think that is the main, I think, worry factor to us, even though we can have the number of telecom networks and number of data centers, but there should be balance about it. How we can just make a balance with this such kind of carbon footprint, I would say. So there is a need basically. Yes, definitely we have to move towards newer technology because newer technology opens the lots of advantage, but there should be a balance or understanding about it. We'll be talking more about how it can be controlled. Virtual social interaction is going to come, as I said about that currently in the real world, we interact with the, I would say, a kind of 2D world when we interact. So it's like a mixture. I would say the augmented reality, where real world and the virtual world is there. But when we interact with the virtual character or the virtual world, we totally lie inside it out. And sometimes brings lots of negative causes also because even we don't know whom I'm sitting the nearby. So in the virtual environment, we might be talking to somebody who's sitting in the London or Sweden, but we may not be talking to somebody who's sitting on near to me. So that's the kind of issue would be there definitely in the virtual social interaction. And but yes, it will open the opportunity for a collaboration, and it also has lots of advantage because when I see as a positive side of it, you may have interaction for like say research, somebody sitting in Japan, Russia, or maybe somebody sitting in across the globe. So it's just like one click away. Earlier, people used to wait for a people or to have a such conference or a workshop to meet the people across the globe, but it's just like a one click away. So virtual social interaction is also adding a more balance. But the thing is, the balance is required. Educational opportunities definitely. In education side also, if we go for a metaverse or AI. In this case, I have realized even last 3-4 years, not only just engineering students, the medical science students are getting more benefit for the metaverse because earlier they used to go for a clinical trial or maybe some patient surgery or some training. For that, they need some dummy body or they need some dummy, I would say, the patients to operate that one. But I think with the help of metaverse and the virtual reality, it's adding more value to them so that they can get a more hands-on experience. And not only the students also, the doctors who are in the early stage of career, they cannot go for a complex surgery in early stage. So they can also be get trained with the virtual reality or the metaverse-based system. So that I found it's very highly useful, and that's why it's being trained to the medical science itself. But yeah, definitely mechanical engineer or civil engineering side also is getting charmed with the metaverse. Economic development, definitely it also has a new opportunity for the business. And I believe like even during COVID also people learned about it and purchasing the devices or maybe appliances or any item from the online. We were not trained right during COVID how to purchase online the items. I think it was a need of the time that we have to open the phone and do the online shopping. But in metaverse also, it's also a new technology which is coming where we would have the virtual try on. We can try the items there so that based on the trial, then we can take a final decision. Or there will be some recommendations which will be easy for us to take a decision to purchase the particular item. So that kind of economic development is also running it out. And health and wellness is definitely a part of it because it also just study and the research that during the COVID or after the COVID, now everybody is spending the money for health, I would say wellness and the care. Earlier, people were not taking that much precautions of care, but now it's a very maybe high alarm for everybody. So people take care, they spend the money, whether it's like a government, it's like a private institution, or it's like an individual employee or a citizen. They take care out of it, and that's the reason the AI is also becoming to the role. And I don't think so. I think 20 years back, even finding a thermometer was difficult in a home, but nowadays the people carry the oximeter, carry thermometer, people carry the BP, diabetic machine, and number of machines with them, and definitely the gear or the wearable device definitely with them to measure the I would say ECG or PPG rate. So it's basically getting a trend. So people are getting habitual about it, and I see like people use it out the concept when there is a need because even if I look at 10 years back, we are not trained people to use the Paytm in the India, but when the Paytm came into the market, AI transition, people started using their own, whether it's like a village or a shop or a roadside, any hawker or so, but people are using it out. So when the time comes, we don't educate some technology, people learn by itself. So similarly, when the healthcare is also going to come, people will use it, learn it, and apply it to their day-to-day life. So what are the still challenges which we see as a sustainable life or a balance with the AI and the metaverse? So energy consumption is one of the main issue or the challenges that we come. So definitely it impacts the carbon footprint because we have to run the data centers, we have to run the servers, we have to run the lots of communication network. So that seamless transfer of the data, seamless communication. So I think lots of burning of energy or power is there. For that, we have to set up lots of power sector, we have to set up lots of servers and etc. We should run on the, I would say, the zero tolerance or zero delay, I would say, or minimal delay, I would say. Digital waste is definitely another thing because sometimes the devices get their life gets over or some new technology comes it out. So there's an issue about it, the digital waste. So what should we do? What should be the treatment? What should be the plan? How to handle it out? Whether we can reuse it out? So that's one of the issue also. Private and secure, privacy and security is also one of the issue because when we go for the metaverse or AI, people disclose their identity to a certain extent. For example, when somebody is sitting in the metaverse, he opens up what he is and what type of his behavior or his type of the work they do. Even I was reading a couple of weeks back, I think there was a one study which was published in US. It says like for healthcare, I think identification of the disease is one of the good thing which the AI engine should do. But sometimes companies that leak the data, they use this data to recommend something else. For example, advertisements, they understand the behavior of the person, which is something like an add-on, which slightly hampers the privacy and security. And but yes, there are certain solutions are still there so that without compromising on the security and the privacy, the balance mechanism can be applied to use the data in a much more effective method. Social impact definitely, as said about that, metaverse will definitely increase virtual interaction. So we may not be interacting much with the person who is sitting near to me in my office or the same building. So that may have the different half of the experience. And maybe because we are a social animal, we have to interact, we live in the society. So, but in this case, I think the new era will come where it will be a mixture of, because I think, I'm not sure how many of you heard some virtual influencer. Anybody heard virtual influencer? Influencers होते हैं और एक virtual influencers होते हैं. Influencer क्या होते हैं YouTube पे? देखा सुना है गेमिंग में. तो हाँ बताओ क्या होते हैं? जो influence करते हैं. हाँ actors, right. So influencer अभी human है. आप YouTube पे open करोगे तो gaming के होते हैं, कोई fashion dress का होता है, कोई movie का होता है. Even people take the reviews from them. So वो लोग influencers बोलते हैं उनको. But अभी virtual influencers भी आ रहा है. I think इंडिया में फर्स्ट कियारा किवा है जो बैंकिंग के लिए है. सो शी सजेस्ट फॉर सम बैंकिंग टिप्स एंड ऑल. सो अभी नंबर ऑफ जनरेट हो रहे हैं. तो इट्स लाइक अ वर्चुअल इन्फ्लुएंसर. तो हम शायद हो सकते हैं वर्चुअल इन्फ्लुएंसर की ज्यादा सुनेंगे. वी मे नॉट लिसन अबाउट द रियल वन. सो पीपल आर ट्राइंग टू बिल्ड इट अप एज अ न्यू कम्युनिटी. सो आई थिंक हो सकता है अभी हम लोग let's say 1 CR, let's say population, तो हो सकता है 1 CR digital twins बैठे हो या 1 CR virtual influencer बैठे हो virtual world में. So they would be talking their own. वो हमसे अपने influencer share करेंगे. So this is like a mixture of the, I think our generation would see in the next 10 years, I would say. So it's over, I think, the economic wise also, the finding the new ways, as I said about, I think in last 10 years or 5 years especially, we have changed. I think earlier we used to depend offline purchasing 100%, but it's like a mixture to people, maybe somebody doing 50-50, 40-60 kind of ratio, but people are mixed toward the shopping online and offline. So similarly, in the economic sustainability kind of thing, the upcoming era, people will do a more kind of virtual kind of shopping also, where they will try some jewelry, they will try some garments, they will purchase sofa and all, maybe without even touching it out also, because till now, when मेरे को भी अभी feeling होता है, until unless I don't touch the sofa or almirah, I don't take a decision to purchase online. So still that lack of, I think, feeling is missing, but maybe in the 10 years it would also be solved. So again, the new era is going to come to interact it out. So ethical concern is still also there, as I was touching about the digital divide. So the new terms called digital divide. So where we are living with the real world, but we are living with the virtual influencer or maybe our virtual friends. So that's the kind of digital divide. I think I may like having a friendship with the virtual character, not with the real friend. So that kind of digital divide will come into the role. And privacy data security again will be the part of the debate, because we would be open to like Facebook also, they have the research that it was still, I think, female community still not feel good to have a profile over there, because they think that their data is getting leaked, or they are thinking that their data is not very well used over there. So that's why there's a decline in the women profile in a couple of years, the Facebook. So still privacy and data security is an issue when we move towards the metaverse system. And again, sustainability, again, energy is like a renewable energy. It also the part of the concern over there. And bias and discrimination may be there. For example, as you said about that, for example, you do some Google search for a flight ticket. It may suggest you always to purchase a ticket from company A, not from company B, whether company B might be giving the better offer. So some biasness may be there. And that totally depends how ethically the system has been designed. Ownership and control. I think a couple of years there was this example. There was a autonomous vehicle. It was built by A company. B company prepared the software. C company purchased. D company put it on the road, and there was an accident by this car. So now who is responsible for the accident? Whether A, B, C, or D? Nobody knows about it. So it's very complex rule. So ownership and control is really a part of debatable. Even people are trying to work it out. So that's the reason I think there's a more clear policy, or the I would say the rule book is required, if something happens wrong, then who is responsible? For example, in the virtual world, if somebody abuses over there, so still if there is abuse in the public place or maybe home domestic violence or so, still there are rules or policies, the local law, particular country law. But in virtual world, it's not still solvable or it's not a practical debate. People are working it out. First of all, how to prevent this abuse. Even if abuse has been taken place, what is the next course of action, I would say. So still a good, I think, the research as well as the policy is required. There's a couple of research organizations globally have worked on that side. Addiction and mental health is also a good point. Yes, people get addicted once they use it out. So because even my experience, I think 10 years back, I was not spending more than 40 minutes with a phone, but nowadays I spend more than 4 hours with phone. So it's also addiction, because addiction or maybe that routine that lots of things have converged towards the phone, and definitely also impacts the mental health, because people don't realize in an early stage, but mental health, sometimes we also don't know, but mental health is also a big issue coming out the people of the nation, not only India, but global also. So it's already a mixture, so it has lots of concern. It has I would say, the raising alarm. So good thing is there are certain people in the world who are working on that side, or who is taking care of all this stuff to get it solved in a more appropriate manner. So we'll just take maybe a couple of examples which I thought. So resource optimization can be a one thing. As sir was giving an example, I think they did a very excellent optimization without the need of any hardware or software. I think they just might have used the simple phone calls and just shared their time slots. They shared them manually. Okay, what is the optimum rule? Okay, are we starting to display this place? So it was like a resource optimization that they did. So similarly, AI is also going to work about it, the resource optimization, whether it's like a computational power, bandwidth, or a patterns, or so to reduce the waste or the carbon footprint, I would say. So still, the research is there, certain algorithms, patterns are there to optimize the resource in a much more effective manner. Just one example, if we take for the urban side, so energy consumption could be for the building and a virtual building scenario, for example, for the one college or the campus or the factory. I can estimate, okay, what is the per day energy consumption, how it can reduce, how it can go in a much more effective manner, okay, what are the time slots of particular sections, so that we can save the energy of the power. And they can also reduce the wastage of the, I would say, water or maybe electricity or maybe the food, etc., by having a virtual time simulation. So that's the positive side of, I would say, the metaverse looks at how that people can look it out to do a more virtual simulation so that they can be ready, so that we don't order extra food for a particular, let's say, kitchen or a, I would say, mess for a particular company or a college, so that a balanced kind of food or water delivery can be there. So that kind of, I would say, urban or a factory or a college campus will be depending on the organization. Such kind of optimization can be done, and which should be definitely helping through the metaverse. Energy management, again, if you place a more number of sensors in an early stage or a time series prediction, we could do a more early stage energy management, I would say. I'm not sure there are a couple of companies like the earlier radio radiation for base station that we see, the tower near to us, like 4G, 3G antennas or 5G antennas. So if we do the effective management, so they radiate a very, I would say, more intelligently, so that it should not harm to the environment, not to the human, not to the kids, etc. So such kind of energy management is there, and putting a kind of sensors over there. So now there are a couple of technologies also there, the drone-based monitoring people are also doing, so that base station antenna can radiate a much more range, I would say. So energy management could be for smart grids, energy management, predictive maintenance, I would say. So unnecessarily, we don't have to run for a maintenance and we can spend, I would say, the unnecessary man hours. So that is a kind of structured, we would say, energy management we can do. And it would definitely a kind of pre-planned kind of execution. And if there is some fault is going to occur, so that we will reduce also the man hours to solve it out the issue, so that because we knew it is going to happen and what is the action. Digital recommendation is also the part of a number of ways, for example, for shopping, buying or educational or any item, I would say. So such kind of digital recommendation goes into the role. And when I see the positive side, so digital recommendation may or may not be a kind of influence. So recently there is, I think, in India also that I heard, I think the 1700 complaints were filed for the influencers because they were biased towards a particular company. But the good thing is, even for the digital influencers, they're not biased if they have put it very ethically. So they're not biased, so they are biasless. So they give a right opinion. So that's a good point also for the digital influence. So simulation is another example. Giving us a virtual reality, we can do for very factory or maybe a conveyor belt or any kind of factory production. The virtual reality based simulation where it could tell us what is going to impact a particular machine or a device. We can identify, we can diagnose this in the early stage and take a particular action. And we can also plan our delivery, we can plan our production, etc. in a much more effective manner. So this is a positive side when you look at out the virtual reality based simulations. Now we give a couple of examples, especially for one thing for agriculture. So if you go for the agriculture, this is an agriculture that means the right, I would say, the amount of seed fertilizer should go for a particular, I would say, crop. So that timely recommendation, timely weather pattern, soil, or the demand of the water, and we can do the harvesting properly. So this is an agriculture which I consider as a much more effective manner in India. Microsoft and you already doing. But more companies are going to come. Certain startups are already working on that side. Food waste reduction, definitely, and AI can analyze about the expiry of the date, consumer preferences, so that we should not produce much material unless it's going to be used or prepared in the factory. So there's a balance, right? So, but something what we prepare in the factory, something what we don't prepare in the market. So there should be some balance out of it. So that kind of food waste reduction can be there using the AI patterns. Distribution logistics. So, for example, in the food also, we can have some AI networks where each or the distributors a much more effective manner by having the minimal refrigerator, minimal storage, I would say, so that fresh reaches early, so that we have the minimal stock for the warehouses to reduce the carbon footprint. The food safety also, it should not have the much risk. So I think this combination of AI, which makes it much more effective manner. Clean water also, if we monitor the quality of the water, and we can also definitely reduce such kind of, I would say, impure water for the clean water. So if we take the measure the corrective actions in early stage, and if we do a proper water treatment in early stage, that could also lead for a, I would say, the clean water or the healthy water. Drinking water availability, okay. For this region, I have the 10 years water availability. Let after 10 years we what. So do we have some other mechanism or what should be prepared? So kind of, I think early preparation can be done, and managing water distribution also, because there is no leakage or there is no minimal losses in the transmission or the sharing or distribution that kind of, and definitely identify the leakage. And I'm sure a couple of years back, even in Delhi, lots of leakage news used to come, and but I think it's had to reduce because I also not seen much. But it looks like maybe the human or AI, or maybe human or maybe the automation, whatever, may not be AI. So, but it's just people are taking care out of it. So they try to reduce the leakage or distribution leakage or issue during this. So it's, I think, getting it out, slightly taking time, but it's good. These people are trying to become a more sustainable life, for especially the AI and the water. Sanitization also, for example, water and the wastewater management, solid waste. Even monitoring of the early warning, for example, one hospital produces lots of solid and the liquid waste as a medical science, medical waste out of it. So there should be proper treatment and the processing of it, or maybe the urban side also. So we could have the proper sustainable model to basically treat that kind of thing. So which could also be looking around the public health services, for example, but what people are getting is or this infection or some virus that can be treated or looked it out, and definitely waste management is overall required for solid or liquid. Healthcare, I'm moving towards the end of my session. So healthcare definitely, it's basically very patient centric. It the healthcare, I should say, it should be very patient centric with a low cost model, and it should have the minimal impact on the environment also. And overall, I think early diagnosis leads towards a healthy recovery of the patient, because even I also did a couple of healthcare projects for the lung and the respiratory. So it has been very well proved, if diagnosis the disease in early stage, the more faster recovery, less cost, and I would say the happy, I think, for the particular patient. He doesn't have to spend much time for the first event. So ethically also the principles in the healthcare, it should be the treatment should be fair, secure, trustworthy, responsible, and said about who is responsible. So for example, in the healthcare also, if somebody is giving a certain prediction, that who is responsible for saying, okay, this person has like asthma or not. So the person or the device should be, I would say, who has ownership out of it. Like in healthcare, we cannot take a risk. And definitely should also be explainable. It should not just the device or it should say, oh, this person has this. No, there should be some reason, some logic behind it, and definitely it should follow the system. So in digital twin, with the one concept which I thought to bring it out, it's like it's an emerging concept where the doctor takes a replica of the treatment, because currently doctors, I was not a doctor, so a medical science doctor. So, but currently the doctor thinks out the maximum possible issue with the particular patient, then he gives a dose particular patient. But if the digital twin, that system will help him that, okay, what are the consequences may come to this patient in the next 5 years or 5 days or so. So then accordingly, we suggest and doctor will take the help of this. That he knew, okay, what is the best treatment. And this is something digital twin is very useful for a cancer, because cancer is very unpredictable. So digital twin is helping a lot for the doctors in the cancer. So overall, I think in the conclusion, I would say AI is definitely leveraging the society. It's coming with lots of power. The role is definitely we need a more clear policy, guidelines, rule book, and ownership. And I would say no biasing, definitely. And definitely AI can be a sustainable life part. And I think it's just a matter of how we look it out. And definitely this can be a part of having a building a sustainable life using AI. So it is just my YouTube channel, and it is all. And lots of thanks for listening.
I think, sir, you have given a very good areas of research and a lot of food for thought for each one of us.
Thank you. You were asking?
Yes, sir. Sir, one question from my side is, with this metaverse coming and whatever you have shown, so definitely in future we will be working more on machines like laptop systems and all. And we all know that they have many, be it environmental impact in terms of energy consumption or carbon emission, and also the waste that it will be generated. So what is the steps that we are looking forward, and what more is to be done in the green computing side to reduce these impacts also? And on the same side, going ahead with the metaverse and the use of AI in future.
So definitely, as you said about digital waste production. So similarly, that's the reason of virtual or the metaverse. Lots of simulations are taking place in a virtual place. For example, currently the driver drives the car to learn a car, right? He may have some accident, maybe like a lots of carbon footprint. But let's say he has already gone through the virtual or the metaverse training. So it's a kind of, I think, look in a different manner. So we're trying to reduce the footprints of our footprints at an early stage by minimizing the steps. For example, in the healthcare also, let's say there are 3 or 4 biopsy required for a particular diagnosis of a particular cancer. We'd say, but if AI is there, we don't need biopsy. I'm not denying for biopsy, but it will reduce the biopsy samples from 4 to 5 to, let's say, 1 or 2. So that early diagnosis, because the purpose is we have to solve the purpose, right? For example, driving a car for disease and all. That's one thing. And I think you also touched about, because the additional new devices will definitely add the more energy issue the car would do. In that case, I think there is a concept also working with the robotics. It's like a reusable, I would say. But still, that concept is too early, I would say, because if I look it out, maybe the thing is that in my slide I showed the mental health addiction. If I look at it 30 years back, the TV was so big. I think it required a big, huge amount of space in your room or house, but it's very thin or slim now. So similarly, I think the device will take shape or change in the next 10 years. So that could be, you'd be seeing the reusable or maybe the low cost or maybe the having the more green effect, I would say. So similarly, that wireless communications are working, where we transmit only the necessary part, or we look it out some green concept out of it. So definitely it's emerging. The only thing is, I think we see the green less because currently we are trying to build a system out of it. So, but yeah, green has to add it because any model goes into optimization or I would say the more refinery once we achieve a particular goal. Like the battery vehicle has come now, but before that, you use a diesel vehicle also. So we have, I think, polluted our environment a lot. But when you realize, okay, the battery is required, or the is required, so it's coming in now. So I think it has certain phases.
Battery is not a green vehicle.
Yes.
It is
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the lead is
Battery, electric car is not a
Not.
green vehicle at all. It is only doing one thing. It is extending our problem little further.
Little.
yeah,
So,
that's true.
but it's creating more problem.
I think lead is also the one. That's the reason I think the alternate people try it out is the kind of we move from the like oil, then yes, maybe the battery, maybe the hydrogen is coming it out. So I think there are different explore the concepts are there, and the people also. I think there's a one concept also which comes into the thing that if yes, something is green mechanism or a low emission, but cost is also quite important, right? For example, even still people are buying, like even I've seen my community, people are buying still vehicle with a diesel or a petrol because they cannot afford that. So I think cost is the one thing I think when you, as you said about, so maybe the cost when it effective for the particular common person, then only he will going to purchase a green, maybe the device or a wearable or gadget, I would say.
So a lot is to be done in the future to
Exactly.
optimize the cost as well. So we can afford it.
I've got a suggestion. How many of you got two mobiles? Discard one. Please use single mobile.
Yeah.
Please use single mobile. Don't use a very high-end mobile till you require it. No. If you require it, please use it. A lot of us carry two mobiles. A lot of us use two mobiles. And it's a status symbol. You know, they keep it like this. Mobile. Sorry. We ourselves are contributing to our future goals. And we are all your enemies if we are doing this. So you should start telling us, don't do it. Sorry, I mean.
The most important, what we are talking about sustainability today, it matters less today, more tomorrow. Because we are all procrastinating the problem. We were just talking to Honda also that we are talking of solar energy and solar technology. But what about 25 years of life of the solar panel? What about the PV waste, which will be generating so much? We do not have a suggestion today. We are just trying to explore it. So the question is not, it's not questioning the development, but going for a sustainable development with the resources what we have in hand. That's it. So I think that's
that is the balance what we need. Something we just need for our reputation
Yes.
or just prestige.
yes.
I think one has to make a balance, and definitely I think there's a eco or a balance would definitely come it out. And
AI is definitely a wonderful technology, and obviously we need AI for our like
Convenience.
This medical science. Obviously, you need robotics, you need AI, but at the same time, for daily usage, I think we should be restricting. My idea is this: we just during our journey coming from Faridabad, we're talking about Chat GPT and the advances people have made with Chat GPT. But 2 years down the line, it might be a different effect on the teaching modules. You see, that's important. We need to understand the hazards and the advantages. We need to understand.
It already has started.
It has.
Classroom education.
That's the emotional concept is going and it will be difficult. So we need to have a
So
balance.
let's all of us today take a note that we will all try to contribute whatever little we can will be a success of this World Engineering Day. So I say I will never use a second mobile till my first conks off. If you get a new one also, keep also, I'll continue with this till it conks off. So I take it.
I think let's all take this place.
I mean, you all can do yours. I mean, you all can do it. Just to impress and just to make it. I don't know about you people, but yes, my age group, I take my age group, I'm not 60 yet. So I take the 45 to 60 who are sitting here, can come in my age group, right?
Everyone is looking when the birthday is coming.
But this,
They will get a mobile phone.
no, please do it. I mean, and you can propagate it. Thank
Sir,
you.
just to add on it, like awareness and implementation in the young youth. So I'm really very happy to share that in our university, we have taken this initiative and we have launched courses like Introduction to Sustainability and Society, where students are getting aware in these areas. And we also have a community
Round
service.
of applause.
We also have a mental course on community service where all the students are participating and contributing 140 hours in meeting all these 17 SDGs.
Okay.
Okay.
All 17 sustainable development goals are getting covered over here.
IEI, not can contribute in a bigger way.
Yes.
We can do it.
We can do it.
We don't mind.
We can start out of that.
Yeah, we don't
Sure,
mind
sir. Sure, no
contributing in
problem.
this in any way you like. And so I will be very happy to come over here,
Because
share our thoughts, spend time.
sustainability is the goal for IEI.
Exactly, sir.
We also have.
And in one of the assignments where we ask the students how many digital devices that you have in your home, be it mobile, laptops and tablets,
Yes.
there were 15 devices in individual homes. All
But
mobiles,
because of
tablets,
COVID
and-
also it's increased. It was a need of the hour, but I think we know we should.
yeah, it should penetrate.
We
Yeah,
should scale down.
we will plan it.
Let's have the opposition take from you, They, all of you cannot agree to this thought,
Anyone who does not agree.
You can come up and stand up and say,
And
yeah, come on. No,
so all of them. No, everyone can take it.
social pressure is too much. People call it peer pressure, no? This is called social pressure. Sorry, we took in, we thought we'll make it.
Hey, but it was a wonderful thing.
It was superb. Thank you. How much metaverse is going to add the physical waste? Please clarify it again.
Yeah, I think family बोला तो अपने headset से अभी है. So as I said about headset भी अभी काफी heavy है.
Okay.
And that's the one thing which is required. उसके लिए data centers और उसका server पड़ेगा. But मेरा जो अपना I think personal वो है, I think this device size is going to reduce, and definitely some people are thinking about how to make more green effective because अभी भी उसमें mental health issue है. I think मैं भी खुद 5 minutes ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकता हूँ, ये मेरा personal है. But people even nobody can wear more than 1 hour or so. So similarly, for example, TV का दिया. So similarly, I think it will take 5-10 years because still, I mean, there are two things for metaverse. Abhi right now it's not the need of my life right now because abhi मैं phone use कर रहा हूँ because COVID में या उससे पहले मैं उसको shopping online UPI के लिए use कर. It was the need of basically. Even if I don't use it out, I am wasting lots of my time just for cash, bring it out from ATM or a bank and use it. So I think there's a balance. Particularly metaverse, I think currently. But yes, the time will come. Certain lots of facility will be there. Generate problem or a facility for a person. And I think that the time will be a requirement. And by the time you will have to share a balance, low cost, not having a burden. Yeah, it will definitely improve. Because phone also, अगर हम लोग 80s के देखें जो Motorola का phone था, it was that much big a phone. अभी I think it's a very small phone. So I think it's reducing lots of other footprint as compared to the Motorola phone of 80s. So similarly, I think metaverse side also. When it goes to the mass production, as I said, about cost is also important. It goes to the mass production. So definitely those things will also be the part of the evaluation.
Sir, one small question. Earlier this tool was vacant, and now we are sitting here. There are now many mobiles available. In your knowledge, is any devices available which can capture the radiation? And what is the level now and what was the earlier?
I think yes, so devices will be radiation capture.
Any device you can recommend? Any one name you can recommend?
Blockers to blockers.
No, I don't want to block. I just want to check what is the radiation level now when 100 mobiles are here and when room was vacant.
I think there's lots of medical.
Any one device you can recommend?
I think.
In every room I want to check.
Because patients here उनके लिए sensitive हो यहाँ पे ICU है especially जो baby care होता है because मैंने काफी research
Sir, I want to buy.
okay नहीं but उसमें होता है hospital से भी होता है वो radiation
Then I will.
क्योंकि इंडिया में भी गवर्नमेंट का एक स्टैंडर्ड है कि हॉस्पिटल के पास इतना रेडिएशन होना चाहिए क्या उतना रेट बट हाँ थैंक यू
So I think the bottom line is we need to work on the sustainability part of regularly we have to work.
Thank you, sir, for sharing expertise and experience with us. We are sure the audience attendance has gained some valuable insights. Now, moving on, the World Engineering Day WED Innovation Competition was organized in NCU on 2nd Feb 2023, where 15 student teams submitted 5-minute videos on innovative solutions for sustainable development goals.
Now, we would be playing the winning video evaluated senior faculty members of NCU and jury members of IEI Faridabad Center.
So this needs to be.
I'm currently B.Tech from the North Cap University. And problem statement is that some companies worldwide have contributed to 75% of global greenhouse gas. उसके राइट से वीडियो शेयर नहीं हो जाएगा
ऑलरेडी
एक बार देखो शेयर करना
माइक माइक
आ रही है आ रही है भाई ऑनलाइन आ रहा है वो आपका माइक दोनों कंप्यूटर से लिंक करा ना
Vandra, you can call someone.
कॉल सोमन को माइक ऑनलाइन की दूर पे जा रहा है बुला के हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी बन जा रहा है
उससे
businesses responsibility is like loss and it's very important. For example,
करना क्या है वो बोल रहे हैं तो जूम में जा रहा है जूम यहाँ स्पीकर लगा हुआ वो अगेन घर से जूम माइक में जा नहीं तो उनको क्या करना शेयर करना है वीडियो चलाना है हाँ उनको वीडियो चलाना वो शेयर की परमिशन उसको दे दी ना चलाएगा हाँ चला पा रहे हैं मगर यहीं से स्पीकर बजता है तो वही वाला माइक करते हैं जूम
वॉल्यूम को ऑप्टिमाइज करके
एक बार और ट्राई कर सकते म्यूट कर दो ना बाकी सबको
ये तो इनके सेव फीचर नहीं है जूम जूम खत्म हो कुछ
यूट्यूब पे भेजने के लिए तो चाहिए ना ये
She has been an international consultant, educational consultant for an Asian Development Bank funded project on ICT, basic education, awarded by Ministry of Education, Government of Uzbekistan at Tashkent. Ma'am has been actively engaged in the accreditation process as chairperson of various NAC peer teams and as an expert member of NBA committees. She has guided 15 PhD scholars and published more than 100 research papers and articles in various national and international journals and conferences. Thank you.
Nice.
Now we would like to invite Professor Mukul Prakash Ma'am, Engineer Sandeep Handa Sir, and Engineer Inderdeep Singh Uproy Sir to commence the certificate distribution and memento ceremony. We are also happy to announce that the IEI Faridabad Center has sponsored the cash prizes for the 5 winning teams.
The first position is shared by 2 teams. The first team we would like to call upon stage is Shivam Saini, Ujjwal Thakur, Shashwat Verma, and their innovative idea of
Shivam Saini.
Yes.
Their innovative idea of smart helmet, mentored by Dr. Nidhi Malik, has won first position and a cash prize of 2,000 rupees. Congratulations.
The second winning team we would like to call upon stage is Ansh Mathur. His innovative idea of calculating carbon emission of an organization, mentored by Dr. Vandana Khanna and Dr. Anu Tong, has also won the first position and a cash prize of 2,000 rupees.
Other team members?
Very good idea.
You're from
Electronics.
electronics.
The second winning team we would like to call upon, the second position is held by the unique idea of bread for each life. We would like to call upon stage Mitanshi Kumar, Nakul Virmani, Rashi Basia, Chavi Sharma, and Shia Garg. Mentored by Dr. Anu Tong and Dr. Vaishali Sahu, this team has won a cash prize of 1,500.
This is Meenakshi. Mitanshi. Mukul. Mukul Virmani. Nakul. आपको कुछ आके कॉमन ले लेते हैं कॉमन एक पिक ले लेते हैं राशि
कॉमन ले लेते हैं कॉमन ले लेते
you can all display there हाँ जी एक साथ ले लेते हैं कॉमन छवि शर्मा श्री अगर now you can hold your
The third position is again shared by 2 teams. The first team came up with the idea of zero hunger. We would like to call upon stage Niyati Chakar, Harman Singh, Navneet Kumar, and Nikita Raman. Mentored by Dr. Yogita and Dr. Vandana Khanna, this team has won the third position and a cash prize of 1,000.
Navneet Kumar. Okay, I'll. Navneet Kumar, Nikita. Ma'am. Either can show your assistant.
Ready?
NCU. Sure. Very good. Congratulations.
The second team came up with the idea of AI-based feedback system for trainee therapists. We would like to congratulate Arpita Samal, Ananya Sharma, Shubham Jain, and Kaustuv Hari Sethi. Mentored by Dr. Mehak Khurana, this team has won the third position and a cash prize of 1,000 rupees.
Ma'am, students are not here. I'm on the behalf of my students.
Oh,
Great.
We-
So who will hold
I
the
will- she will hold.
certificate? She's the mentor.
She's representing.
Yeah, she's represented.
Thank you, ma'am and sir. You may kindly take your seats now. May I please invite Dr. Manu Bindra to distribute the cash prize to the winner.
You did give them.
Next time.
Thanks. Mostly for their sizes. So they are actually, they would be doing courier for the check. So, sir, yeah.
I mean, you guarantee you get the cash prize.
Or copy there. So give blank lifafa.
No, thank you, sir.
From there, we will distribute. Then it gets dispersed. We are giving.
Later on, they'll get it.
The rest of the teams will also be given certificate of appreciation, which will be coordinated by the faculty members, Dr. Vanna Khanna ma'am and Dr. Yogita ma'am.
No problem. So, conclude.
Concluding it now. Memento distribution.
We'll
have a memento.
we like to reciprocate the honors, you know.
Yeah, so we can do it in the vote of thanks, sir.
Yeah.
So first, we want to honor.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
I would like to please invite Professor Rita Shikara ma'am to facilitate senior IEI delegates with a token of appreciation. I would request Dr. Yogita ma'am to accompany. May I first request Engineer Sandeep Handa, Sandeep Handa sir, please come forward.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, may I please request Engineer Inderdeep Singh Oberoi sir to please come forward.
thank you, sir.
Next, may I please request Engineer Manu Bindra sir to come forward.
अच्छा तभी कैश प्राइज वहीं से निकलवा रहे थे
Now I would like to invite Ms. Shambhu ma'am please to distribute the. May I please invite Engineer I.S. Chauhan sir to join us, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
May I kindly request Engineer Pradeep Malla sir to please come forward. May I kindly request Engineer D.K. Dhawan sir to please come.
Divanji.
Take it.
Divan.
Thanks.
Can I please
And
request
please,
Engineer
you
Sushil
may
Bajaj?
take
Okay, thank you.
Please. Ma'am, please, you come for the token of appreciation to the guests. For the-
May I please request Engineer Sushil Bajaj? Please come.
Thank you for coming.
May I please request Dr.
Excuse
Sachin
me,
Kumar Agarwal?
can I say a few words? I have to go actually.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. Thank you very much. You have called us Institution of Engineer. I'm Sushil Bajaj. They have already told you. I'm one of the founder members of the center and quite attached to this. This was our this time agenda of this year to contact all the universities for promoting our membership. So I want to say two things, what the benefits of becoming a benefit, they have already mentioned there. That is only for the private practitioners. But there's 2-3 things for academicians also. We have got a lot of material available at IEI centers at the head office also, a huge library of which you can take help in your research work. There is a grant availability for the PhD scholars, those who can take availability of, excuse me, just wait. Okay, thanks. So of the grant which you can take help, those who are pursuing for PhDs and all that. And thirdly, it's a fraternity and a lifelong learning process of which you get so many people of engineering background. They are quite learned, which keep you updated. So these are the things which I wanted to say. So thank you very much.
May I please request Dr. Sachin Kumar Agarwal?
Ma'am, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your commitment. So you can come in, ma'am. Please, you can. It's okay, ma'am. We have other.
Ma'am, please. Thank you, sir. We would now like to kindly request the Engineer Inderdeep Singh Oberoi to propose the vote of thanks.
Very good evening, good afternoon. Now it's good afternoon.
Afternoon.
To everyone. Thanks for coming. Before starting vote of thanks, we have a small mementos which we want to honor our guests and
No,
hosts.
our host.
So I would request Engineer Sandeep Handal to be with me and we can honor that. First of all, a very many thanks to Professor Nupur Prakash, VC, Northcat University. So, the board meeting.
They have had a long association with NCU. I've been on and off here on these two many times.
I would like to honor Dr. Vandana Khanna, please, ma'am. Very many thanks for Dr. Yogita. For Professor Sharda Vashish, please. Ma'am. Professor Rita Chikara, please. Thank you. Very many thanks to Dr. S.K. Agarwal, who has been an expert speaker and he's given a wonderful presentation on AI.
Sorry.
So very many thanks to all the people who have contributed directly or indirectly for this event. And IEI, as my colleague, Dr. Sushil Bajaj just said, that IEI gives a host of benefits for postgraduates and undergraduate students also. In fact, there's a research R&D scheme which has been launched by IEI for UG students for institutional members. North Cap University, I believe, was our institutional member of IEI. I think we'll have to recheck whether that has been renewed or not. Because once, if you are an institutional member, then IEI gives an aid, R&D aid for students who are doing good projects. So projects is judged by IEI fraternity, and they are given aid for commercialing for the pilot project and commercializing it. So I think we would request if you can just see if you can be renew the institutional membership if it is lapsed. And I would like to thank my IEI team, Mr. D.K. Diwan. He has been very instrumental and he's been helping us a lot with North Cap University. He is the first point of contact, Dr. Vandana, and both of them have really put in efforts to make this event a success. Thanks to all the entries and the kids who have performed. It's really wonderful. You've given wonderful ideas to the industry, and I believe that many more ideas were there. And obviously, some have to win and some have to be there. But we would a certificate of appreciation being given to all of the participants from IEI, and we hope that in another event we'll have more ideas from you people. So a very many thanks for that. With this, I think I'll wrap up my vote of thanks, because thanks is very easy. Giving thanks is very easy. Earning appreciation is very difficult. So thank you everyone for coming here and contributing to this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I would like to add for a minute only. It was out of the schedule actually. So I want to mention to all present here that we have been successfully running IEI students chapter since 2018. So I'm the one point of contact from the North Cap University. So we'll try to definitely extend it beyond that for the institutional membership also, the advantages you have mentioned. So we'll definitely look into it. So students are very happy about IEI. So we have been conducting regular events. So I hope students would further keep on, working towards getting more better results and all. So thank you so much, the IEI delegates. Thank you so much, Obrai sir. Thank you so much, Handa sir and Divan sir. Johan sir, so everybody was there in the meetings. Many meetings were conducted for this event. So I thank everyone. Thank you so much, Agarwal sir. So it was, thank you ma'am for taking out time from your, so there's so many parallel activities going on. I can understand she has been running here and there. So I'm very sorry for the inconvenience caused ma'am. So thank you that you could take out time for this event. Thank you Sharda ma'am. Thank you Rita ma'am. Thank you everyone for being part of this event. So you may continue. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks everyone. By requesting everyone, please stand.
थोडासा होतोय.